Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can strum through a song called New Divide by Linkin Park. And we're going to end up capoing this on first fret to kind of match the recording, but it starts out with some really cool lead licks where you could play open G, and then second fret on the D string, and then open B, and then second fret on the D string, and then third fret on the B string, and then second fret on the G, and then open B, and then second fret on the D string. So you're going G, E, B, E, D, A, B, E. Now the chord that kind of backs up through that whole section though on the intro is an E minor chord. And when we play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger goes to the D string on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And so that's kind of the chord that's kind of backing up those licks at the beginning, and you may want to kind of try and add in the low E string to kind of some of those licks to kind of back it up. Actually, that could be like a cool way to kind of intro the tune, and then kind of so just kind of a random idea. Now we end up doing that twice, kind of working through those licks, and then we kind of hit our main progression through the song where we got an E minor chord, and then we go to a G major chord. And when we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the G major, we're going to go into a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G string on the second fret, second finger goes to the high E on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the D, we're going to be going to an A major chord. When we play A major, first finger goes to the D string on the second fret, second finger goes to the G string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really happy. So that's our main progression through that last part of the intro is that E minor, G, D, A. Now strum pattern wise, you may want to think about just kind of doing 8 downs on each one, and that could be kind of a cool thing to kind of try through the song too. And one thing that I like to do a lot of times if I'm doing that kind of feel is I'll take the flat of the right hand and kind of lay it down just a sliver almost on top of the saddle of the guitar to get a muted quality out of the strings. So you may want to kind of think about that too. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, to kind of make it more interesting and kind of support my voice though, I like using kind of a consistent strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the E minor and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, 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 A, down, 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 So you can kind of work the intro that way too. And then from there, then we go into our verse part, and we end up doing that same thing 3 times. And at the very end of the phrase, we go to a C major chord. And we play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger goes to the D on the second fret, and then the third finger goes to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to go to an A minor chord, kind of sad A, and then we play A minor. First finger stays on the B string first fret, second finger stays on the D string second fret, but then the third finger goes to the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. So we tried our strum pattern through our verse. We'd have E minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, A, down, down, E minor, down. We'll be going into our chorus, which kind of mixes up a lot of those things we were just talking about. So we tried our chorus with our strum pattern. We have E minor, down, up, down, E minor, down, Now the weird part is to play along with Linkin Park, instead of starting on an E minor chord, they're actually starting on an F minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 1st fret, then now your E minor is really an F minor chord, your G major is really an A flat major, your D is really an E flat major, your A is really a B flat major chord, and when we get to it, the C major is really a D flat major, and your A minor is really a B flat minor chord. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you may want to still kind of use those intro licks, kind of when you kind of support that all with that low E string for the bass if you wanted to, and that may be kind of a cool way to kind of work it. Or you could even just kind of vamp on the E minor chord with the downs, or the down, down, up, down, up, until that last part of our intro comes in where we got that E minor, G, D, A. And then we could try that with kind of our down, down, up, and we have E minor, down, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, B, down, 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 and then from there, then we'd be going into our verse part. So we have our E minor, down, down, G, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, A, E minor, G, D, A, then we go to C major, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, A minor, down, A minor, down, up, down, and then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus part. So we have our E minor, down, down, E minor, down, down, B, down, down, A, down, down, E minor, down, down, G, down, down, B, down, down, B, down, down, E minor, down, down, G, down, down, G, down, down, B, down, down, C, down, down, C, down, down, B, down, B, down, down, and then from there, then we kind of go back to kind of a little piece of our intro, that E minor and the G and the D and the A, before we start our next verse. Now, something else that I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down, up, down, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the G, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the D, you'd have the D string for your bass. And on the A chord, you'd have the A string for your bass, down, up, down. On the C, you'd have the A string for the bass when you get to the C. And then on the A minor, you'd have the A string for your bass on the A minor. So we tried that next verse with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have E minor, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, E minor, low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, E minor, low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, A minor, then A bass, down, down. And there's almost kind of a stop on that last A minor before our next chorus. And our third chorus actually ends up, or second chorus, is kind of like a little variation. We got kind of E minor twice, and then D, and then A, and then we go to E minor, and then the G, and then the D progression. But then we kind of break into our bridge part. And on our bridge, it's all around E minor, actually. And there's a lot of places where you may just want to kind of work downs, or down, up, and kind of kill the strings, or down, down, up, and kill the strings, or down, down, and kill the strings. Kind of our bridge chorus with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have E minor with the bass, down, down, E minor with the bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, E minor. So, and then you can kind of play around with that for the bridge part. And then from there, then we going back into our verse part. So we tried that with a bass down, up, down, up. we'd have E minor the bass, down, up, down, to low E bass, down, up, down, to the D bass, down, up, down, A with an A bass, down, up, down, E minor low E bass, down, down, to low E bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, A minor the A bass, down, down, A minor the A bass, down, down, and then from there, then we going into kind of our full chorus part again. So we have our E minor, down, from the bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, E minor low E bass, down, down, to low E bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, E minor low E bass, down, down, to low E bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, to the D bass, down, down, and then from there, then we'll be going into our outro part, which is kind of like our intro part. But now we got the E minor, down, G, D with the D bass, A with an A bass, E minor low E bass, G with low E bass, D with the D bass, A with an A bass. Then we got kind of a big E minor, big G, big D, big A. Or if you wanted to, you'll kind of hear those intro licks kind of coming back. And if you wanted to, you could even kind of change the basses to back it up with the other chords. So you could do the E minor with the low E string for the bass. But then you could go to the third fret on the low E string for that open 2 lick. And then open D with the third fret on the B. And then the second fret on the G string. And then the open A for the open B. So you might want to kind of think about kind of breaking it down into kind of those licks at the very end too. Because that would be kind of a cool way to kind of end the tune and make people clap. They'd be like, oh, I love this tune. But that's the basics of how you can strum through New Divide by Linkin Park. So good luck!